Okay, and welcome to this. Yeah, multiple camera angles. How about that? Um, I don't know how well this is going to work out in the recording. This is going to be me talking about cross stitch for way too fucking long. So welcome to 20 years of cross stitch. um, I am almost 34. Yeah, I'm almost 34. My birthday's coming up in June. And this is obviously not all of my cross stitch in my life I've ever done. This is basically my box of stash. This is a combination of stuff my mom's given me, stuff that I've gathered over the years. This is a collection of stuff that has accumulated, and it's been gone through, obviously, like from time to time. It's been like cold, shall we say. But I wanted to show off some of my stuff, if only because I am selling some of it. I am keeping some of it to be framed, and it's an art that I like to share. This is not something I commonly talk about, but it's something that I enjoy doing. I have no idea of the format. I don't have any plans on. I have to figure out where to look because there's multiple cameras going on. um, uh, so yeah, I'm just gonna start. So the idea for this video came from one particular fabric. It is, pardon the crackling, go away. This is a silk weaver hand dyed fabric. Hopefully we can flip that in post. This fabric is literally 20 years old. It is a beautiful hand dyed kind of sky cotton thing, and I'll show you what I'm using on it, what I'm stitching on it in just a little bit. It's on my frame at the moment because I'm working on it. But yeah, this fabric is literally 20 years old. I have memories of me and my mom actually picking it up in this little shop, and the website doesn't even exist anymore. But I did get this like when I was a teenager. I messaged my mom about it the other day. I was like, "Hey, do you remember this fabric we randomly picked up when I was a teenager?" She's like, "Yeah, it was some little store in Georgia, probably. I don't know if it was actually in Georgia." But that's where I grew up, so probably Georgia. It's like some little store called Abracadabra or something like that. She's not really sure if that's the name of it, but that's the first thing that came to mind. But yeah, I saved this fabric for so long because I wanted to wait for the perfect pattern to go on it. It was too good to use. Like it was way too nice to use, so I just didn't use it. And I came to an epiphany, I think like last month or so, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this fabric because it's 20 years old. It's almost of age to drink. Let's break it out and use it. And honestly, like that's what fabric is meant to be used for. So this is just a combination of me figuring out what I have in my stash because it's been a hot minute since I've gone through everything. So this box is it. This is a handheld sewing machine that doesn't work. I should get rid of that. But yeah, let's see. So these boxes, obviously DMC is like gold standard in terms of, well, for me it's gold standard. I'm sure there's fancier brands out there. For me, this is cheap gold standard. Okay, this is like 59 cents a skein kind of thing. These boxes my mom gave to me, and they've each got these like multiple colors and all that. I need to sort my colors desperately. I'm like everyone else. I put them in these little boxes here, and then you number them down the side. I want to get like a full-on revamp of my thread. I love craft organization. That is something that is my downfall, honestly. Like, I will reorganize stuff over and over, and I don't know why. I have no idea why I do that. So yeah, there's like a ton of these. I do need to go through them. I think I've gone through them at one point to see like what's doubles and all that. I keep the doubles anyway, so like, why do I go through them? Well, to put them in order and to see what I've got. Um, but yeah, so boxes are good. The majority of my stash is fabric, honestly, and that's kind of what I'm excited to get to. But I also have, it looks like, a ton of patterns that, and these are patterns that will last me the rest of my life. But let me actually try and have this somewhat organized, this video, because I do want to go through and showcase like what I've done, what my mom has given me that she's done, because these pieces are gorgeous. Let's go through the stuff that I've done first. So I've got this little curse, your sudden but inevitable betrayal. This is a Firefly thing. This is a quote from Wash from the TV series, my favorite character. But yeah, I thought this was a cute little stitch. It's something tiny and it's cute, you know. I have no plans for it again. This is also super cute, I think. It's like a little cat ready to attack a plant. I actually have a friend that I'm going to give this to because she has a shit ton of plants and cats. So it works out well. This was done in 2011. I actually signed this one. Wow, look at me being proactive. But this was for I think it was for a forum contest, I believe. It was like a Pokemon themed contest that I didn't win. But I liked how it came out a lot. Me and I think my ex Josh designed it for me, I think, if I remember correctly. This is something I actually have for sale on my shop. This is just a little towel, and it's got the medallions from Ocarina of Time on it. I thought it was a cute little design to put on a towel. This one is not finished yet, and I think I messed up quite a lot, but this fabric I bought special for it, so I need to buckle down and actually finish it. It might be kind of hard to see, but it is an octopus in a teacup serving tea, and it's like a galaxy themed octopus. It is really nice. If I remember, please remember to put up the photo of it. I probably won't remember because this video is going to be really long. So this is definitely by my favorite designer, Joan Elliott. This is from her, I don't want to say the word because it's not a great word we use these days. But it's, I believe it's called like Oriental Design or something like that. It's from that book. This is not complete. I did not measure correctly, and I don't actually have enough fabric for the very bottom of the dress because it goes down too far. So I wasn't sure what to do about that, and I stopped. So really the only thing left is like these little bits of white areas that need to be completed. There's really not much left to be done, but I would have to dig the book out. It might be in here. I don't know. It's probably packed away in a different box because not all of my stitching books are in this box. But it's a beautiful design. It's just the naming convention is a little bit unfortunate for the book that it came from. But yeah, one last look up close. It is beautiful. The colors are amazing on it. Next up is another two that are actually in my shop. This is the sun deity, And it's really pretty because the fabric sparkles, and I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera at all, but it has like these gold fleck sparkles in it. You might be able to tell slightly. You can kind of see it shimmering. But yeah, this is Sun Deity, and I also have Moon Deity. And this has silver in the fabric that sparkles. Really pretty. These are complete, and those would be, I think, really nice in a round frame. I'm not selling them with a frame, I'm just selling them as is. What is this one? This is another one in my shop. Believe this is called Celestial Dragon. I believe that's the name of it. Same designer, John Elliott, I believe. Really nice. I did change some of the colors in it. I made the moon a little bit darker. I didn't like the original coloring that she had on it, so I changed it. But if you look really close, you can actually see the scales on that backstitching. Backstitching is like single threads. You can see the yellow. That is the scales of the dragon that is backstitched. Makes a really nice effect on the dragon skin. So another little tiny piece. Little cat with a pumpkin. Not much to say about it. I want to say this was just like a little random one I did. I think I did this. I don't remember now. Looking at the back, it looks like an older piece because I used knots rather than a slip under method, which reduces knots or actually eliminates knots entirely. Oh, this is a nice little... See, I don't know what to do with these tiny pieces. Like, they're nice and they're fun to do, but what do you do with them afterwards? I don't know. I have no idea. This is complete. It is done. It's just really faint. I don't know if I particularly like how it came out, but this is a bookmark. It says Treasure Within. It's kind of hard to tell, though. I should have used a different color fabric for it, but it's almost entirely backstitching. But it makes a nice little effect. I should probably complete that one. I'll show my mom's stuff in just a minute. Another Celtic vibe piece. I believe these are from like this is from a Celtic collection that I did. This is a empty towel. This was actually done by Josh. I don't think he wants it, but I'm keeping it anyway because it's not done. I forget the name of the characters. Strong Bad, something like that. That's something Josh did. I need to probably message and be like, hey, do you want to finish it? A little Mario one. And I don't remember either if this is something I did or something Josh did. Not sure. Okay, so this one is something that Josh gave me. This is kind of an inside joke, but not really. It says, my Bokoblin obeys me during S&S. I love this thing. This is like one of my favorite pieces. This is a reference to Twilight Princess speedrunning. I was doing a wooden sword run, which means you had to skip you have to skip Sword and Shield in Twilight Princess. And for anyone who knows, a lot of you probably don't, because this is going to be going to a very random crowd in the algorithm. But you have to basically use a Bokoblin to jump past a trigger point in the thing, and it doesn't obey you, it doesn't go where you want to go, and it has to be in a very specific spot to work. So I managed to get it to work, and he made this for me, and I am thrilled with it. I absolutely love it. because it's just funny to me. Like, my Bokoblin obeys me during SNS. Like, come on. This is one I believe that Josh made for me also. This is my favorite Pokemon, Bayleaf, I believe. It's been a while since I looked up the name. This one is not done, but it's on a table runner, and it's going to be like an elemental fire lady. It's in some book somewhere, the completed pattern, so I have no idea where that is. You can notice the theme where things are not completed. This is a wizard. Again, this kind of has the same instance as the same issue as the octopus. I messed up really bad with my counting on it, and it might be irredeemable. Not that you can really tell, because obviously, like, it's half done, but the border's done. Like, look at that border. It's done. And I don't want to get rid of it because I messed up somewhere in the middle. I need to dig down and just figure out how to fix it. Because it's a really nice piece, but that border is done, and I don't want to not use that border. So now we're getting on to stuff my mom has done and she gave to me. So a lot of my memories of my mom growing up, because she taught me how to stitch, a lot of my memories are her hunched over a cross stitch, doing that. So this is my favorite piece of hers, and I'm shocked she gave it to me because this thing is amazing. This is called The Peacock by Teresa Winsler. I believe it is a Teresa Winsler piece, but no words can really describe how gorgeous this thing is in person, and the camera really won't be able to pick it up. But just to show some of the stitching up close, it is amazing. There's beading in it. It's on this beautiful fabric. But yeah, this is most of my memory of her, just like hunched over. And my mom's not dead, okay? Like I talking about her like she's dead. Like, no, she's not. So she might even watch this video. So hi, Mom. But yeah, I just love this piece, and I'm going to get it framed one of these days and put it up on my wall, but not yet. I have to get it custom framed. This is also something she did. I mean, I love all of her stuff. So this is actually a needle point, I believe. I don't know when she did this, but it came out really nice. All right, next up, this looks like this was done on linen. It's birds. Herons, I don't know what they are. Beautiful again, though. And for those of you who do like crafting stuff and all of that, like what do you do with it after you're done? A lot of stuff I just give away, honestly. This also looks like it was done on linen, which I'm going to be attempting linen in the next couple of months once I'm done with my current one. This looks like a sampler of some sort. Do I have it right way up? Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, you can see the alphabet in it. Samplers were meant to show off various stitches, just the delicacy of your work. Linen is, you can see that linen is very different from, you're gonna focus, please. I'm not gonna focus probably. But it's super delicate work. And this is also another fantastic piece. This was done in 2006, it looks like, because there we go, 2006. This thing is old. That was the year before I graduated high school, my lord. Another linen piece. My mom is really good with linen stuff. This is a fairy. I don't know the designer. It looks Teresa Winslery, though. But yeah, really nice. The wings are metallic. Oh my god. Can't imagine doing that. Metallic thread is just insane. All the wings are metallic. Yeah, metallic thread is crazy. It's really difficult to work with. It frays. It just doesn't go where you want it to go. All that jazz. I vaguely remember her working on this. This is something that's meant to be viewed from farther away because of the confetti or the amount of detail in each of the stitches. This looks quite confetti heavy, possibly computer generated design, but really nice looking. This might be based off of a painting. I don't know what painting though. And the last one, also one of my favorites. It is a Christmas lady. I'm excited to get this one framed also. I'm going to be getting the peacock and the Christmas lady framed at some point. Her dress is amazing. So yeah, that is pretty much all of the stuff I have from my mom and myself in my stash. Again, this is just me talking about cross stitch for far too long. This one I don't know if I'm gonna finish. One more. This is Hogwarts in a bottle. Again, I messed up somewhere, and you kind of lose heart when you mess up really egregiously because it's really hard to find where you've messed up. This was back when I was using paper and having to mark off what I was doing because now I use digital pattern keeper. Absolutely worth the price. I think it was like $8 for the full thing, and you unlock it like for life kind of thing. It's not a subscription monthly. All right, let's go over some fabric that I'm excited to use. This is even weave, it looks like. So there are 3 different types of fabrics that one can use. There's Aida, I believe it's how it's pronounced. There's Aida, there's linen, and then there's even weave. Linen is an even weave, but it is not as uniform as even weave. So I think that's why everybody calls it linen. So this is Aida. As you can see, this is really like uniform blocks. Maybe a different color would help. Here we go. These are uniform squares that are quite stiff to work with, and but the holes are usually a lot bigger. They're a lot easier to work with from a beginner's standpoint. It's standard. You can get it in every big box store, that kind of thing. And then there's even weave, which is like the blue fabric I showed you towards the beginning, but you can see the holes are much smaller. This is a different count of fabric, and I'm not going to go into the counts and all that. If you're watching this and you're all the way through here, I assume either you know something about cross stitch or you're bored. But yeah, this is really nice fabric that I have an idea of what I'm going to use it on. It's quite a large piece as well. There is some stitching on it. I don't know what from, but like it's super easy. I can pick that out. Like that's it. That's all it's on it. So I do have an idea of what I'm going to use on it. There's a cross stitch piece that I've gotten recently, a pattern for King Arthur, and I will put a picture of it. I'll definitely be putting a picture of King Arthur up in here because I am excited about this pattern. Really am. And then, oh, the linen. Then the linen, you can see, is not as uniform in appearance, and the threads are kind of different thicknesses and widths and all that. But yeah, so you can see at one point I went through and labeled the size of the fabric. It is difficult to tell count without literally counting with a ruler. I believe I did that on some of these. This is one of my favorite Ada to work with is 18 count, and this like parchment oatmeal color. I love working with that fabric. It's really quite nice. I don't know what I'm going to use this green for. 17.5 by 13, and it's a 14 count, which I don't normally work on. I usually like to work on 18. But 14 isn't bad. I'm actually, the piece that I've got going on right now is on a 28 count, right? Yeah, 28 count, which you work over to, which makes it like a 14 count. So, but yeah, I have lots of little random fabric scraps. I don't know how interesting the fabric portion of this will be, but these are a lot of fabrics like my mom has given me. A lot of these are really tiny little cast-offs that, because I hoard all the fabric, you never know what, maybe you'll need a tiny 3 by 3 3/4 fabric. Maybe you will, probably not. A lot of this is Ada fabric, 14 count. It's kind of an interesting, weird purple color. Don't know how well that's going to be. It's called ash gray, but it looks purpley in color than gray. This is one that I was in the middle of doing. I do like these little kits, actually. For anyone who's interested in starting cross stitch, pick up one of these kits. Like, they've got literally everything you need in it. It's got the needle, it's got the thread, it's got the fabric, everything you need in a kit. It's fantastic. Here we go. Yeah, so it's called Oatmeal. That's the fabric that I really love using. That's a 14 count as well. So yeah, all these, like, this is a really plush fabric that I'm not sure how one stitches on. It's going to be hard to convey this on camera, and I don't want to take it out, but this is super thick fabric, and it goes by the name plush. Like, it feels squishy, and I have no idea how you stitch on that. This is fabric my mom handed down to me, and I don't know how to stitch on that, so I have to look that up. This is 18 count Zweigart, which I believe is even weave. This is Jobella, also looks even weave, 28 count. This bag is actually the last remnants of fabric from one of my Zelda pieces, which took me like 7 years to do. I will insert a picture of it. It is Link fighting the Helmarok King from Wind Waker. It is a fantastic piece, but oh my god, the confetti. It didn't take me 7 years, obviously, straight through. Like, I moved a bunch of times in the middle of it, but when I finally was done with it, I was ecstatic because it really did come out amazing. And I'm kind of, I think it's kind of nice to have the last remnants of fabric that I used for it because, again, this has been traveling around with me majority of my life. There's a cute little pink fabric. Might be kind of washed out on camera. The colors aren't super true to life on this camera. A lot of 14 count for not another plush. Like, how do you stitch on this? I have to look it up. I don't know what to use. I don't know what to put on that anyway. This is another by that company, Silk Weaver fabric. This is a 32 count. I forget what that equates to. Maybe an 18 count. But this is a linen. This is also a hand-dyed, gorgeous fabric. The edges are complete as well. They've been sergered, I believe that's the term. But look at that. Isn't that That's beautiful. Again, there will never be like a perfect pattern to use things on, but hopefully I can use this in the next 20 years. I think my mom got that for something, but then again gave it to me. But hand-dyed fabric is always nice. Okay. Always keep your little papers with them. Alright, what do we got next? Quacker fabric. 28 count. Summer khaki. Item mint green. Hard to tell, but it is mint green. More mint than green. This is a linen. Just kind of an oyster white, it's called. Looks like this was on sale for $4 at one point. That's not a bad price for linen at all. Ooh, this is a weird one. This is a thick fabric again. This is a really weird fabric. I have no idea what you would put on here. Like, I'm not sure. The weave is really thick. Nice red. Kind of a pinky red in person. See, so you can see my dilemma is that I have so much fabric, more plush fabric. I need to keep those together. I have so much fabric. Like, honestly, more fabric than I will ever use in my lifetime. This is a blanket. This would require quite delicate stitching because it's kind of thin. I don't know if I'm ever going to stitch on that, to be honest, because I'm not a fan of it. More linen. Looks really tiny, but it's nice. I've also got these... Oh, thread. Okay. I've also got these little random ones, like a little bookmark designer thing. It's a little bit frilly lacy for my taste, to be honest. I've also got this plastic canvas, which I don't use. Not a big fan of it. This is a weird shiny fabric. Ada Daffodil. I don't know if that's going to pick up well on camera, but it has kind of this design in the fabric itself. Alright, let's get to the exciting stuff, excuse me, which is the kits that I have. So a lot of these kits were actually picked up at Goodwill. If you're looking for really weird and random kits, a lot of times thrift stores will actually cover you. I don't see, this is an issue with me, is like a lot of these designs I picked up not because I particularly liked the design, but because they were 50 cents. I'm like, I can't not get it because it's 50 cents at Goodwill. It's bad, I know. So this I am hoping to finish at some point. These are ornaments, gold collection, dimensions, yes. These are kind of like a whole craft in itself. It's got like a felt back, and once you stitch it, I've got one of the design stitch, it looks like. Yeah, I didn't do too bad on that. I got one of them done. Well, half done. It might be done. I have to look. I don't know what to do with linen. This is my big book of patterns. Ah, yes. One day. And then I'll have the lady that matches with the one my mom did. It's so pretty. Like, that's gonna be amazing. See, I always say that. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Thrift stores will also have you covered in terms of really weird random pattern booklets. I love this one because it's spelled wrong. You're welcome. Yes. This is an official produced thing. But it's just a bunch of like welcome signs. Like, how funny is that? You get a bunch of like random magazines from the 80s at thrift stores. They have like really like tiny patterns in them. These are great for making your own patterns because you can kind of piece together bits from larger patterns and put them together into one thing. I also have random pages that I've just snagged out of magazines or books, things of that sort. Like I'm never gonna do all this. Like, why do I have all this? Because I do. Because you never know. Like, a lot of this is kind of really, I think the term is kitschy. But it's like kind of grandma-y sort of designs. Because cross-stitch is not exactly hip. But like, there's a little nutcracker set. Like, that would be kind of cute to do for Christmas. But what do you do with them after you're stitched? Or after you're done stitching them? I don't know. So yeah, little random ones in there. I stitched this one at one point. It might be somewhere. I don't know. So this, oh, I have my favorite designer in here. I've been looking for all of her angels that she did. I really like her style of designs. But I have her spring angel, autumn angel. Keep the pages together. I just have spring and autumn, it looks like. I really want Angel of Night. That's from 1997 that she did that one. I want that one. Like, really bad. Because I want to do that one. I just love the dress on it, because I don't know if you can tell, but it's got like little waves on it. It's really nice. This one's kind of interesting. I'm not going to pronounce it. It's Hebrew. Mizrach. The word Mizrach stitched in the center is Hebrew for east. A Mizrach is traditionally placed on the eastern wall of a Jewish home to indicate direction for prayer. Makes a lovely gift for a wedding, bar, or bar mitzvah, anniversary, or new house. Yeah. I thought that was really nice. Another Joan Elliott, little cute dragon. Like, I don't know where I get some of this stuff. I think that's kind of cute. Make a wish. That's probably be nice for like a little baby room or something. Looks like that's all I have in my book. This is a punch needle kit. I don't have a punch needle, but it's cute. It was 99 cents, probably less at the Goodwill where I got it from. This is a baby thing. There's a lot of baby patterns in cross stitch, so like I think this is a birth celebration thing because you can put the name of the kid on there. This is a hanging tapestry thing. Looks like everything is all in there. It's got metallic in there. Oh no. This one is nice. Parrots. Sorry about the glare. Ooh, it's a Mirabilia. Mirabilia. Alright, so these are notoriously difficult. One of these days, maybe. But I would do this on linen probably. Stitch on 32 count. Yeah, 2/2. It is from 1994, this pattern. I am missing the picture on this one, but this one is called The Dreamer. I'll see if I can find a picture of it. That's from 1994. It's also Mirabilia. This is kind of a random hanging tapestry thing. It says Country Christmas. Like, how cheesy is this stuff? Sometimes I'm like, what is this? So yeah, more linen. But yeah, hopefully this wasn't incredibly boring. But I thought it was fun to go through my stash, kind of show off, because I've been really into cross stitch lately. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm working on currently, and I'll put the final picture as well of what it's going to look like. And I will also post a picture of one I finished up recently that is Breath of the Wild based, inspired. I have to show a picture of it because it is actually currently in the shop getting framed. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Bye. So I did want to show off what I'm currently stitching. This is how far I've gotten on it, and I'll insert the picture now of what it is supposed to be. But that is on that fabric that I've been saving for 20 years.